Welcome to another episode of Damole News. Hope you guys are doing fine and thank you so much for stopping by. So the trending news for today says Nigerian senators clash over regional government proposal. Alright, I'm going to be giving you guys the full details of this news, but please help us by liking and sharing this video so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Thank you. So Nigerian senators from both the northern part and the southern regions have expressed differing views over the agitation for the return to a regional system of government. They shared their opinions at the sidelines of a two-day retreat on the amendment to the 1999 Constitution organized by the Senate Committee on Constitutional Review in collaboration with the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center in Kano. While senators from the northern region vehemently opposed the idea, those from the southern Nigeria described it as a welcome development that would improve the economy, tackle insecurity, and accelerate infrastructural development. However, the Senate leader Opeyemi Bamidele assured Nigerians that the issue of regionalism was not part of the ongoing constitutional review. A ranking senator from Bauchi Central Senatorial District, Adonigi, told journalists that his people would never support this idea because they did not experience any form of development when the system was practiced during the default First Republic. According to Senator Nigi, he said, "I have heard so much about regional government or federalism. I have heard people canvassing for such ideas. For a start, no matter how you see it, the current document is still the grand norm. It has also stipulated how it is going to be amended. Having said that, it is also imperative to know that it isn't just enough for anybody to come and say they are the representative of one ethnic group or another at the National Assembly. The question that arises is, when was this mandate canvassed? When was it received? You are a representative of a particular ethnic group in Nigeria. At what time were you given the mandate to canvass that? The only people that are given this mandate to look at the constitution and amend it are, of course, members of the National Assembly. Therefore, it is important for those who go about selling these ideas, false ideas in my opinion, that they are representatives of the people, to let Nigerians know where they are coming from, on whose mandate and when was this mandate given to them. We have seen how the regional government was operated in the past. My part of the country that I am representing did not enjoy the development of that so-called regional government that was based in Kano. So we ain't going back there again. I am speaking for my senatorial district. It is either the Nigeria Federation or nothing. We can't go along. My senatorial district will be satisfied independently with Nigeria if that is what is required. As far as regional government is concerned, my constituency, my people are not for it. What we need is reform of the current federal government structure and fiscal federalism because there is nothing like true federalism." Alright, also speaking on this, the chairman of the Senate Committee on Finance, Senator Sani Musa, advised Nigerians against mistaking the establishment of zonal development commissions for regionalism. He said the various geopolitical zonal development commissions were strictly for the social and economic development of their areas. According to him, he said, "It is wrong for anybody to think that the development commissions being established for the 6 geopolitical zones are a plan towards regionalism. It is not. Those who are advocating for it should come up with bills through their representative in the National Assembly and test the popularity of their proposal." Alright, also speaking on this, the former Senate leader Ali Udume said the idea of true federalism was no longer fashionable because many countries in Africa had discarded it. He advocated for the creation of strong institutions that would enhance good governance and curb corruption and insecurity. According to him, he said, "When the government puts this in place, there won't be clamor for true federalism because there will be justice, equity, and fairness in all regions of the country." Meanwhile, according to the chairman of the Senate Committee on Tertiary Institutions and Tenth Fund, Senator Mutari Dantutsi, representing Katsina South Senatorial District, also disagreed with the proponents of regional government. He said the essence of the ongoing retreat was to improve on the defects and anomalies discovered in the nation constitution over the years. According to him, he said, "We should not have myopic thinking about ourselves. There is no section of this country that is not blessed. What is important is that we should have good governance and credible and responsible access to the resources that we have because Nigeria is blessed. We have all the cooperative advantages that will move this country forward unless, of course, we are serious and determined." However, Senator Adufata Buhari, representing Oyo North Senatorial District, disagreed with those condemning the regional system of government. According to Buhari, he said, recall that the regions were able to harness their resources in the First Republic. There was no dominance of particular resources. In those years, the North was known for the groundnut pyramid, the South was for cocoa. We should be able to do that. When you make the center less attractive, you cut off corruption. You can't wipe it off, but you can cut it down because there is what is called wash your team. People will wash their team within their locality or within their region. So when asked whether the Southwest region had a specific agenda for the ongoing constitution review, Buhari said it will be presented at the appropriate time. According to him, he said, "We don't want to disclose that agenda yet, but we have agreed among ourselves that the person who will present it is the chairman of the Southwest Forum when the time comes. It would be very unfair for me now as a member to start discussing that." However, the Senate leader emphasized that the issue of regionalism could not be changed through a constitutional amendment. According to him, he said, "There are some decisions in the state where an executive bill cannot come to the parliament unless there is some political consensus. For me, going back to a regional form of governance is something that will go beyond a bill being sponsored, either as a member bill or as an executive bill. It is also not something that you sit down in a public hearing room and organize a public hearing to take a decision on. An example is when people say, oh, you are in parliament. As a parliament, you cannot discard the entire constitution. Nigeria needs a new constitution because this one cannot work. It's easy for people to make such arguments, but this is not something we can sit down in parliament and do. We ain't changing the constitution because that would require political consensus, and it would also require the buy-in of the Nigerian people themselves. Why is it so difficult to amend even one section of the constitution, let alone discard the entire constitution? To amend a single provision in the constitution today, the National Assembly and all chambers have to go through this entire process, which we go through in every legislative assembly, and many of you have been part of this process, he said. So my people, that is it for you all. So my question for you guys now is that, is regionalism what Nigeria needs at this time? Well, let me know that in the comment section. Please also help us by liking and sharing this video so that YouTube and Facebook can recommend it to more people. Thank you so much for your time and God bless you. Amen.